agency. So basically everything from website design through social media marketing. My international best-selling book was on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's kind of my favorite thing to play with and work with. So that's kind of what I do. And so I'm originally from North Dakota, and I met a pretty redhead that lived there, and we met at an opera, and we kept peeking at each other during the opera, and then eventually we met each other and whatever. And then she moved away for like 10 years, moved to Minneapolis, and I didn't see her, and I ran into her folks one day, and they reconnected us. So then she tricked me and made me move out here to Minneapolis. So that's kind of where I'm from. So I'd like to talk about today about some different things to help you get your business going, to get your revenue going. And so, have you heard of the 80-20 rule before? Okay, so Pareto principle. So the thing is, we need to make sure that we're focusing on that 20% that produces the 80% instead of the other way around. And if we can do that, it makes a massive amount of difference in your business. All right, so imagine if we could focus our efforts on the 20% of actions that will drive 80% of the revenue. Imagine improving the performance of this 20% of actions relative to the revenue increase. So if we can focus on that, we can boost our income. So obviously we still need to do the other 80%, but a lot of times that can be delegated. Maybe you can get a virtual assistant, or I hire a lot of people on Upwork or Fiverr or different places to do individual tasks for me as well. Or sending out email campaigns or different things, and I can hire somebody and have that piece of that I don't need to take that time to do. And I can focus on the creative stuff that's actually driving revenue in the business. Okay. So this is what we call a 5-step profit formula. So these are the things that typically, if you focus on these in your business, this is going to be the areas you want to focus on to get that revenue up. And so that's creating more leads, so getting more folks involved, more conversions. So I was talking to somebody earlier today. How many people got like stacks and stacks of business cards? You go to these networking meetings, and then I probably have 1,000 of them sitting in a box, and I haven't taken the time to get them into my database. So do I have a leads problem per se? Not really. I have a conversion problem. I'm not getting the leads that I get at all these networking meetings into the database, into a process where I can put them into a workflow where I can send them messages or email or call them or get a calendar appointment. So if you're one of those people that has that type of issue, you're not having necessarily a leads problem at that point. You're having a conversion problem, taking what you already have and doing something with it. Okay. And so, cool thing, just a side note, I just got set up on Evernote, and you can actually take a photo of your card, and then you can use something called Zapier, and it'll actually send an email to through your Gmail account to that person saying, hey, I just scanned in your card, so glad we met, hope we can work together. And you can even put a link to your calendar or whatever you want to do there. So it's automated now, so I can just zap it, and then once I get it there, then I can zap it into my Zoho CRM that I have. So those are some things you can do. So now I can start diminishing those piles of cards that I have and actually getting the process going, and we smoothed it out. So those are some things you can do. More transactions. How do you get the people that are already there to buy more stuff? So they're already in your door. They're already standing at the counter at McDonald's. Could you say, hey, would you like some fries with that? Oh, since you got the fries, would you just like to make it a combo? Or maybe we can add an apple pie. That's a cross sell. So there's all kinds of things you can do once you're already there. I know in the insurance business that's kind of a natural part of the process, but in other industries it's not. So if you can take the time and do that, that can make a massive amount of difference in your revenue. Higher prices. So if you don't give discounts, you're going to get higher revenue. Because if you cut even 10%, it can be massive detriment to your bottom line. Okay? And who knows that nobody buys if things are 10% off anymore. It's got to be 40 or 60, to really.
So they raise it 30 and then they say, yeah.
You got it, yeah. Maybe you do, but.
No, you keep it at Kohl's is the master, and then you lower it sometimes.
Right. I used to get so mad. I used to work at, maybe I shouldn't say the name of it, a big retail place that's at almost every mall in the country. And they'd have this like everyday price. It was so great. And then they do this big advertising campaign and be like, 50% off the retail price when you buy 2. And if you do the math, it's actually like $4 more than the everyday price. So anyway, it sounds
And
good
their
though.
name doesn't start with a K, does it?
Nope, nope. Possibly the same as my first name. All right. So higher prices and then more profits. How to create more profits and dominate in your market and your industry. So one of the biggest things is you have to be able to enter into the mind of the person that you're trying to market to. So what's going on in their mind? What are their wants, their desires, their needs? So if you can get into that stuff, you can really transform your message. So a couple things. So it's basically there's a problem they have that they don't want, or there's a result they want that they don't have. So if you can really hone in your messaging to specifically hit those 2 pieces, those 2 pain points, then you can have a massive change in your revenue. And this is the biggest difference. If you don't differentiate it, then the only thing customers have to differentiate is price. So if you don't do these 2 things, by default, people are going to look and go, okay, what's the cheapest? So you have to add the value and solve these problems for people in order to get that to go forward. Does that make sense? All right. So this is what we call basically the interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. So these are the things you want to do in your advertising, your marketing, things like that. Interrupt. So boom, something that catches your eye, gets you to open that email, gets you to take a second and look at that advertisement. So say you're doing a Facebook ad or something. Why do they have like little talking baby pictures or stuff like that? Or kind of, or on YouTube or something, they'll have like, or a commercial on TV even. They'll have some like baby talking to you and saying, hey, you should buy Progressive or whatever it is. So I don't know, is that a valid commercial? I don't know. I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't get to see the commercials much anymore. But the point is, it's not that makes any sense or has anything to do with their product at all. It's that it gets you to stop and go, oh, cute little baby. Oh, what's he talking? What's he saying? And that's how they get you to catch their message. So it's about that interrupt. And then the engage. So when you look at it, if you're not, say you see a car, you see Tiger Woods, doing his little golf thing. And you're like, oh, it's Tiger, he's on TV, what's going on with Tiger? And all of a sudden it's Pontiac, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not in the market for a car, so then you tune it out. But they got the interrupt right, but you weren't in the market for a car, so it didn't engage you. But if you were shopping for a car, and you were like, just the other day I was looking for cars, and then you saw this Tiger, and then Tiger, and then it was like Pontiac, oh, that relates to me. Now all of a sudden that person is engaged by that commercial. Does that make sense? So educate. So this is where TV commercials kind of fail, is typically that's where they stop. They get the entertain and the engage down, but they can't really take it to the next level due to time constraints and things like that. But you as a small business owner have the opportunity to actually take that a step further and actually start educating people. And that allows you to catch people at different places in the marketing and sales funnels. Okay? And then offer. Obviously, at the end of the day, you got to sell something, right? So that's where you put your pitch or your offer or what values that you bring to people. Okay? So if you can bring that offer, then you can start getting your product sold. So this is a standard website that you see everywhere. So what are they offering? 4 left or 4 to go?
4 minutes. Until 5:30.
Holy smokes. Alright, so what's this telling you here? So what's the offer here? So there basically is no offer. It's asking you to call me or you get a free consultation. And almost every website out there says that. Okay? So what if you could change that? This is what we call a squeeze page. So here's the interrupt. Are you sick and tired of screaming, belligerent attitude of your child? Well, if you got that kid, if that's your kid, you're engaged. You're going to catch that and you're going to be engaged. Now you can discover the secrets of controlling and restoring peace and quiet in your home. So that is a parent, and if I had a disgruntled kid, that would really catch it. And here I can learn how in 60 seconds how to get total control of my kid. And all I got to do to get the information is put my name and email address. Well, if I'm that guy and I come to that page, I'm going to want to get that information. I don't care that I have to give up my email address or I might get some spam or whatever. I don't care because I got this problem. This is the solution. I need it now. Okay, does that make sense? All right. So once you've got all those people that where you capture their information. Basically, they're gonna go into a funnel. So that you basically have these leads. And then these messages create your education. You keep sending it over and over and over, and you keep adding new people. Okay? And basically, so in this example, 300 leads got 60 people to opt in. 6 people became clients for the child psychiatrist. Okay? So you want to be able to catch people at the top of the funnel. That's your lead magnet. You want to get people in the middle funnel, so continual information, so you keep feeding those people. Because if you look at the buyer journey here, only 1 to 2% are ready to buy today. Does that make sense? So you don't want to just leave the other 98% of people. You want to get them into your funnel and nurture that relationship. So in a year, 2 years, 3 years, when they are ready to buy, then you're top of mind instead of the guy that Google finds first on the top of the list. Okay?
So is it 20% of 60, 20% of 300? Is that 20% of the clients?
Oh, this is just what the guy got. Yeah, I don't know the math behind it, but and the bottom of the funnel obviously are the people that are ready to buy today. So you want to appeal to those people that are ready right now, but you don't want to neglect the other people. Okay. So how do you these are the most common strategies. So we work with over 150 plus strategies to teach people how to grow their revenue. These are the top 8. How to advertise your, how to make it actually work. How to build your business using joint ventures. So a lot of times, like you take a landscaper and a mowing company and put them together, they can work together and share each other's customer lists and build each other's businesses. Does that make sense? And then you can create the drip campaign, that's that ongoing email. You can cut costs and expenses. You can do upsells, cross sales, all that stuff that I talked about at the beginning, where you're basically, you know, hey, would you like some fries with that? Hey, would you like an apple pie? Hey, would you like, you know, an underbody coating with your car that you're buying? Whatever it is. If you have those things in place when you go to make that sale, then you can offer those products and services and get that to your customers. All right. So I do have a quick thing here. So normally we do a 52-week business domination. So that's basically, I was going to do, if I had more time, I'd actually walk you through the site, but it goes really into detail. So all this stuff I just showed you here is all in that 52-week program. So it's $199 a month. And basically, it really goes in deep and step by step. Every single week, you get new information and things like that to look at. We also are offering right now a special on our social media. So we're actually going to do all your social media for you. And now you can come in and supplement and customize things and do all your extra. But this is a supplemental program. So basically, we do three tweets and 5 images a week, 2 daily posts, 5. LinkedIn, 2 daily updates and 5 image posts. And that's basically to give you a baseline so that you can take that time that you are spending on social media right now in your business and basically take that time and put it somewhere else. And then you'll have industry relevant information being loaded into your social media platform automatically for you, curated for your company. And then you can basically go in and then do your, like if you're doing the vegan thing, you go in and do your actual one about a specific vegan product that you have. So you don't have to do the other vegan, you know, just industry generic stuff. All you got to concentrate is on those couple pieces of information that are actually going to sell your product. Does that make sense? So right now,
Jeff,
yeah.
who provides content with all this?
Who provides it?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys develop and write
So I
all
have partners
content?
that do that.
Well, I know, I understand that, but I mean, it's not up to the business owner. Does the business owner give you concepts and ideas?
Yeah, they give us direction. Yeah.
So, because that's a big deal
Oh, yeah.
with us anyway, is getting that content from people. So, I just want to understand.
Send them to me first, I'll get their images, and then you can do the
All right.
Yeah, you can take the pictures and, yeah.
That was a good way to come in like that. That was a good aggressive approach.
But
Yeah.
you do develop all the content.
Yeah. I have some partners that do most of it, and then I also will do some, and then we also have some automated sources depending on what industry you're in. So like
Right.
on my industry, I have like automatic articles from Forbes, Fortune, things like that go into my profile. It's all automated, I don't have to touch it.
But my point is for us to sell you,
Right.
it's pretty hands off for the business owner.
Yes.
You're gonna have a meeting, you're gonna find out what goals are trying to go,
Yeah.
and then you're going to provide the content, you're going to
Correct.
develop it all, you're going
Yep.
to.
Right, yeah. Thank you for clarifying that. So, anyway, right now I'm basically combining kind of a combo here. So instead of paying $250 and or whatever I said, 250 plus 199, just $299 a month for both of those services. So we'll do the social media, all that social media for you, and give you access to the 52-week business domination. And I'm going to throw in an hour strategy session. Like Advisory Cloud is a company I do some counseling for. They pay me $500 an hour to conferences with big companies. So it basically you get that free time, you get that time. A LinkedIn profile, so I'll go in with you, walk you through your LinkedIn profile, help you optimize it, and things like that. We'll spend an hour doing that. And we also have a weekly strategy call that we put on that's a specific teacher that teaches different tactics each week, and you can tie into that. So that's all available for you. And again, so I'm just some, hick guy from North Dakota, came in here, figured out a couple things, learned how to run a company, learned how to do social media, wrote a book, and now I'm here. So I'm not anybody special, but if you apply yourself, you do the right things, it's the basic stuff, you can really succeed in your business. So thank you so much, and have a great day.
Well done, sir.